Hey everyone, let's talk about Bitcoin. For today, we're going to be looking at the daily, the 4-hour, and the 15-minute charts just to kind of give you guys a gist of what's going on in the marketplace at the moment. I have a puppy. You may hear his little feet pitter-pat. Sorry about that. So far this is back over here in October. We've had a double top. We broke down below. We found support at the Fibonacci level retracement. At the moment, we're trying to break out. This is going to be a hard level to break out of. I'm still bullish on Bitcoin for the first 2 weeks of December, but we might take one more dip here, or we might come back down a little bit more to this support level down here before trying to break out. The reason I say that is if you look at this right now, we have a Fibonacci level as resistance. That's going to be about $60,000, okay? We also have the 20-day moving average coming down below that as well, another level of resistance. It's going to be hard for us to break out in the next 3.5 hours for this day candle here. It's going to be hard for us to break out above that. Now, moving forward into tomorrow, maybe we take a little bit of a dip to have some type of wick, but then we can have a nice green candle. If we have a nice green day tomorrow, it's going to be a very, very big one. We're going to have to be able to break above the trend line, the Fibonacci level, the 20-day moving average, and the 50-day moving average. It's going to be a very, very big day. If by chance we are breaking out here, I want to make sure you guys understand this. If we are breaking out, you guys are going to be looking at what happens when this price, Bitcoin's price, hits the 50-day moving average. That could be tomorrow's resistance. We could possibly pop up to maybe $61,000, then fall from there and start a new cycle where we've broken out, we have more of a sideways trend, but we're not necessarily just booming up out of nowhere. So really watch to see what happens on that 50-day moving average, okay everybody? That's crucial if we do have a nice green day tomorrow. Even if we break out, it doesn't mean it's a buying opportunity until we're able to close and hold above that 50-day moving average. Don't let this breakout trick you. This could definitely just be a longer term pennant where we're just trying to break out above all-time highs and we're just squiggling around like this, okay? Sorry if I'm blocking some of that those views here, but we could just easily just be moving in here for part of December and then booming up towards the end. I'm hoping we have a little bit more of a fast up curl, but that's just me. Now, let's take a quick peek at the 4-hour chart here. This is the 4-hour chart, not looking so bad at the moment. You can see we tested out the Fibonacci level, getting some resistance up here on the breakout opportunity. Let me move that mouse out of the way actually. And so far, looking good. We're trying to do a little bit of a cup, trying to have a little bit of a pop. It's going to be a challenge, like I told you guys before, for some of the technicals that we just talked about in the daily chart. But we have another opportunity here. We have about 3.5 hours until this candle closes, about 3 hours actually. And so we're going to see if we can have one more pop for an attempt to break out here. If you guys want to be buying, if you guys want to be trading right now, I would say you guys want to be patient. I told you guys it's worth buying down here. This was that buying zone. Right now, if you're buying at a potential breakdown opportunity where we end up getting rejected, so we come right back down there in the first place. So, I know I just did that, didn't I? But that's what I'm looking at the moment. You really don't want to be buying up here too much unless you're really trying to get a head start on a potential breakout. It's much higher risk for about the same amount of returns. So, you know, some people are going to like it, some people aren't, but I would say just be careful if you guys are trying to buy right now. Some of your coins may start to break out. You may see Ethereum is looking to break out sometime today or tomorrow, as well as Bitcoin. So you guys will find some coins to play. Right now, just be careful because honestly, we still may get rejected here on the daily candle, even though we're on the 4-hour chart. We may come back down a little bit. And if you guys want a place to be buying in, look at the 50 moving average here on the 4-hour chart. That's what I would look for. Oh, my dog's looking the no-no areas. But what do you call it? That's what you're looking at right now. If it comes back down here, maybe see what you can do, especially since we're about to have a 20 moving average crossing over the 50. That's somewhat of a bullish sign. It's not as bullish as a golden cross, but it's still pretty bullish, guys. So overall, we're still looking to find, what do we see up here? Another level of resistance, which is why I'm very hesitant about saying buying right now because, again, we talked about the moving averages a couple of minutes ago on the daily chart. We have the 200 all the way up here, all right? Now, if we're able to break up above this and we start to have a golden cross on the 4-hour chart, more power to you. Don't feel like you have to buy right here without confirmation when you can just buy up here for confirmation. And of course, you may miss out on 3 to 4% gains, but at least it's going to be a much safer play for you guys if you guys missed out on an opportunity we talked about the other day on Saturday where we held onto the Fibonacci's, bounced off, and here we are. Now, for all of you guys like 15-minute charts, something that's more day-to-day, what's happening right now, let's take a quick peek at those. All right, everybody, here at the 15-minute chart, looks like we're trying to make a little bit of a flag right here. You saw we spiked, came up a little bit, bounced around the 20 moving average, excuse me, and we tried to bounce back on top of that. Having a little bit of trouble. I doubt we're actually holding on to the 20 moving average here. We're probably holding on to maybe the 50 on the 5 minute or something like that. I'll take a look at that later maybe. But yeah, right now we're still looking okay. We're at the top. You can see how it's clear resistance. We got knocked down. We might have another opportunity, but normally what happens here is we're going to take a little bit of a flag. Then maybe it's some sort of a pennant within, right underneath this pennant. You guys could try to buy on that breakout if you wanted to do a short-term play, or we could have a nice pop-off. Because technically, we're already broken out. We've already broken out, which means next time it should be easier for us to bounce up here. And again, you see that Fibonacci level, how close it is, how close those levels of resistance are. But I know a lot of you guys are looking for reasons to buy, so those are some of those reasons. I'd recommend right now smaller positions rather than smaller medium, if you will, and you can always add to those positions later on if all these breakouts are actually confirmed. Right now they're not confirmed. We got rejected once. Let's see what happens next time. But if we end up coming back down for a little bit more of a dip, you guys are going to have a much better buying opportunity going forward. So short term, guys, we're trying very, very, very hard to break out. A little bit of trouble. We're going to be in somewhat of a pennant or a flag here pretty soon. We have a decent opportunity of breaking out. I'd really prefer, personally, if I was trading right now, if you missed out on the opportunity I told you guys about down here, even lower than that actually. What you guys are just going to make sure is that we have a confirmation of a breakout before we go any further. That's going to be the number one thing, guys. But overall, the market's looking good. Everybody was panicking a few days ago. We're still looking good. We managed to hold up on the Fibonacci levels. Things are looking pretty darn well, everybody. So if you guys enjoy this content, please consider subscribing. I hope you guys will make some good plays here, but don't feel like you have to chase this. It's okay to be a little bit patient right now. You could be buying right now in anticipation for a spike, but if you do that, have somewhat of a safe stop loss just to protect yourself from losing anything over about 10% if you're buying right now. The beauty of buying down here is you would have only had to do maybe a 3 to 4% stop loss, and of course a 2 to 1% stop loss if you bought right at the trend line itself. So everybody have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys later on tonight.